Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So people are still talking about Gary Gensler, SEC. In fact, Gary was pretty mad about what has happened over the last few days. So he did respond to the exchanges. But people are speculating, who is he going to go after next? Could it be Crypto.com? Well, let's discuss other things that's going on. Some of the projects also, like Cardano and Solana, also responded. So let's take a look. Welcome. You can see Bitcoin is slowly trending upwards. 26.5, 26.6, right? Kind of slowly trending upwards. We had this big W recovery, then went down a little bit, but we're kind of hovering. By the way, I just want to mention, in case you guys are Tesla fans, Tesla stock is skyrocketing, okay? Went up by 4.5% today, and then in aftermarket went up another 5%. So if you do the math, that's almost 10% within a single day. So my call options for next week is looking pretty good. But yeah, why did this happen? Well, it looks like GM is going to be using Tesla's charging network, and they're joining Ford. So both Ford and GM cars, starting from next year, will be able to use Tesla's vast supercharger network. This was a plan all along for Tesla, but it just took forever for all the other automakers to finally realize, why would we spend billions upon billions of dollars trying to build our own infrastructure when we could just borrow Teslas? Right, so this is the reason why, in case any of you guys are Tesla fans. But moving on from there. Oh, by the way, today, jobless claims in the U.S. came out, 1.5-year high. So that's no good. I know we're talking a lot about the SEC, and I will be talking more about the SEC. But in terms of the macro, we've been kind of ignoring it. Next week, we're going to get an FOMC meeting. I believe it's next week. But, you know, economic slowness, recession. I just covered this morning. Eurozone is now in a recession. So that's still a thing. It's still a thing to worry about. Despite having so much FUD already, there may be more FUD if our Fed doesn't know what to do, right? So we'll see what comes out of the next FOMC meeting. But coming back to crypto, despite all the FUD revolving around Coinbase and Binance, Cathie Wood is like, I don't care. Bitcoin is still go to $1 million, okay? And I still believe in Coinbase. In fact, she believes Coinbase will come out stronger and has been buying more Coinbase stock despite the lawsuit. Okay, bought $22 million after the lawsuit. So now they own 419,000 shares. In fact, Coinbase went up today. So think about that. Think about it. The Coinbase stock actually went up despite being sued by the SEC. So is anyone really worried about the SEC lawsuit at this point in time? Apparently not, because people are still buying their stock. And Cathie Wood says, you know what? This is going to be a nothing burger, and Coinbase is going to win, right? And this whole thing is nonsense. Now, as for Gary does not think it's nonsense. Gary did an interview today. Look at how serious he is. And says, you know what? Crypto firms know exactly how to register. They just don't want to. This is, of course, after Coinbase and Robinhood and Kraken and Binance.us have all come out and said, we tried to register with the SEC. We don't know how to. So who's telling the truth? Every single major crypto exchange in the US or Gary Gensler? Like, there's no reason why exchanges would not want to register. They would want to register themselves as an exchange, right? There's no reason why they would not, especially someone like Coinbase that's been operating since, what, 2014 or 2015? They've been operating for a long time. Same thing with Kraken, same thing with Gemini, same thing with a lot of exchanges, right? So I don't know what Gary's selling. Like, I don't know. At this point, it just seems kind of silly because he claims, yeah, you know, everyone could just come in and register and they know how to register. What everyone else has come out and said, we've tried and tried and tried and tried for over a year and we have gotten nowhere. So who's actually telling the truth here, right? Gary definitely has some kind of agenda. And we don't know quite what it is yet. But there's definitely an agenda. Someone that was very pro-crypto before becoming the SEC chair now turned very negative, saying the U.S. does not need any crypto at all. He applied to be a Binance advisor. Didn't get the job, but he did. He applied, right? Now he is on the attack. His job as, in question. Are some puppet masters pulling the strings, making him do this? Maybe to pave way for, I don't know, CBDCs, or he's trying to protect the banks. He used to work for Goldman. Is he still connected? I don't know what's going on, right? Something is going on. So, yeah, there's that. Coinbase, of course, their chief legal officer says that SEC has misread the law. And many people think so too. It's not just Coinbase and exchanges. Also, the projects themselves that are declared securities have also spoken out because no one really thinks that Gary truly understands what's going on right now. He's trying to apply laws that were created in 1932, basically 100 years ago, to crypto now. And plus, it seems like he's lying. Like, these companies have tried to register and they just can't, right? So there's something going on here. So, of course, Cardano, or aka Cardanzo, according to Jim Cramer, IOHK have responded, or IOG, okay, in this case, basically saying that, you know what, nothing changes, okay? None of the inaccuracies will impact IOG's operations in any way. Under no circumstances is ADA a security under U.S. security laws. It never has been. Understanding how decentralized blockchain operates is a fundamental component in creating responsible legislation. And we continue to welcome, collaborations, and goes on and on and on. It was fairly short, like 3 paragraphs, not like 10 pages. But basically, Cardano's like, no, ADA is not a security, right? And Solana. Solana's like, we're not a security. Also, aka Solano, according to Jim Cramer. Solana Foundation strongly believes Sol is not a security. Sol is a native token to Solana blockchain, a robust open source community-based software project that relies on decentralized user and development engagement to expand and evolve. So, no one seems to think that Gary has got it right. And I'm agreeing with them. So, who's the next target? Gary's looking pretty bad right now. He must realize that. He must realize that after all of this, not only did it not do any damage, these firms are actually ignoring him. Coinbase actually said that they are not going to delist any of the crypto that were deemed securities by Gary. That includes Cardano and Solana and many others like Cosmos and Axie and all these. They said they're not changing anything. They're not removing staking either. According to Gary, staking is also a security, right? So Coinbase is fighting back saying, you know what, we're not going to make any changes at all. So Gary's probably feeling the heat. This is not what he expected. And the crypto market has not been tanking, right? This is not another like FTX moment. Although there's a lot of FUD around Binance, but they are no FTX. So people are wondering, hey, is Crypto.com the next target, right? It could be because Crypto.com has staking and has many of the same security tokens that Coinbase and Binance has, including Solana and Polygon and BNB and Mana, Algorand, and they have their own token, CRO token, right? So are they going to be next? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe they are. Maybe they're not, right? The only thing I really care about is if they do become a target, do they get to keep the naming rights on that on the Staples Center, which is now the Crypto.com Center arena, right? So hopefully that doesn't get removed. Like FTX was removed from Miami, it would just be a bad look. But anyways, I don't think, even if they get sued, I don't think anything's going to change. I think all the exchanges right now, what they're doing is talking to each other and trying to defend the entire industry, probably together. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Next up, there is one custodian, Prime Trust, looking to raise $25 million by this year. I don't know who uses them, but they are a crypto custodian that seems to be running out of money, and now it's been reported that BitGo will be trying to acquire them, right? Again, I'm not quite sure why they need that $25 million, but something happened there. So in case, I'm just saying, in case any of you guys are using Prime Trust, I don't think any of you guys are, but in case you are, you know, maybe prepare for this. But I don't know who uses Prime Trust right now. I don't. So anyways, just be careful about that. And then lastly, as for Bitcoin, you know, there's a lot of patterns. This morning I showed a cup and handle pattern. Here's a what's an inverse head and shoulders pattern. There's a lot of short-term patterns that's looking very bullish. Like a breakout is about to happen. And this one predicts that Bitcoin will pump up into what? The high 30s to mid 40s. The one this morning was saying 50s. There's a lot. There's a lot to look forward to come July, right? Although we just started June, but July is looking like it could be a very good month. And like I said at the beginning, FOMC meeting is next week. And if Powell does pause rates and hints that maybe there's no more that's needed, well, that would also send markets upwards too. So pretty positive. But long term, this is what we have to look forward to. Bitcoin doing its thing after the halving event, hitting 150, 200, 250,000 or $1 million, according to Cathie Wood. Probably not this cycle, the next cycle maybe by 2030. But Bitcoin will be hitting a new high. So no worries there. All right. That's pretty much it. Let's do Q&A. Oh, I am extremely tired today. I don't know why. I didn't do much other than do a lot of talking, but I am pretty tired. Let me see if I missed anything on top here. Just Wes said, I am buying the dips in Algorand, Cardano, Cody, Matic, because I don't care about Gary, and he could never win all this. These coins will be fine. F Gary. That's the right attitude. I mean, just keep this in mind. Gary does not control the world, okay? He's supposed to be controlling the U.S. And whatever he says does not mean is right. These are all alleges, okay? Has to be proven in a court of law, which he'll probably have a very hard time proving, especially if Ripple wins its case, which is probably coming up too. Top tier. George makes the rules, not the SEC. I don't disagree. They need to bring XRP back to Coinbase. Probably. I mean, Coinbase now is not delisting any of the other ones, right? So what better way to give a big FU than to relist XRP if you think about it? That would be crazy. Now that I think about it, what a way to give a big FU to Gary by relisting XRP. Congress needs to throw Gary under the bus. Probably. I think they're probably working it out right now. I'm pretty sure there's a large faction within Congress that wants to get rid of Gary, and they're trying to figure out how to do so. Kevin, there will be another video this weekend. It'll be a good one. Some more drama. So, another house video this weekend on the I Am George channel. Strike used to use Prime Trust, but have switched to self-managing. Okay. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I don't know who uses Prime Trust. But just be careful. I don't know what other entity uses them, but seems like they're in some trouble and BitGo's trying to bail them out. But again, I don't know who uses them. You think Doge will hit $1 by 2030? It could happen. By 2030, 2 cycles from now, it could happen. Marat. I decided to move offline plus Electron. I don't know. Stand videos. Okay. Okay. Straw Hat Legend. Shout out to me, please. There you go. How many of you guys are excited about Vegas? Huh? I'm gonna do a poll right now. I'm gonna do a networking VIP / meet and greet party in Vegas. So I'd like to invite a lot of you guys there. I just want to see how many of you guys could make it. Roughly July 29th. Okay. Answer honestly if you guys can make it to Vegas July 29th. I want to get a feel for how many that actually could come. Crypto Halligan. George, your target exit price for XRP. If you're an XRP, there's no exit price. You're just in it forever. I mean, honestly, if they win the lawsuit, it could break $1, $1.50, $2 very fast, right? Who knows? Who knows how high it could go? Some people think it'll go like to $10. I don't think it's gonna go up that much that fast. But can they shoot up to $1 or $2? I certainly think that can happen. Leroy, that party or meet and greet, I'm co-hosting with the Sin City Crypto guys, David and Robin. I've been talking to them about that. They're helping me scope out a venue right now. You'll be in Argentina. Sorry to hear that. Can SEC shut down Coinbase till the lawsuit is settled? No, they cannot. They cannot. 40%, almost 40% of 238. The meet and greet can only hold about 300 people. And I'm going to invite projects and as many influencers as I know. So I hope you guys are honestly like voting accurately. I hope you guys are not just voting because you're like just say yes. Like honestly, because I need to kind of know how many of you guys will show up. Yeah, I will be inviting Leia. I have not talked to her yet, but I will be inviting her. Basically everyone I know. There'll be a lot of people. Don't be trolling my poll. Like, I need to get accurate numbers. And then in September in Fort Lauderdale, I'll be co-hosting a much larger event, conference with Flux called Cypherpunk 2023. That'll be in Fort Lauderdale, end of September. And this is all building up to my own conference, which I'm going to call WAG 2024, and that will be next year, right? So these two events will be like kind of my in-between events leading up to it. Can you watch it live? I don't know if I'll stream it live, but I will be making a video for sure. I will not be wearing a cowboy hat. When will we see the next crypto gem? It'll be right around that time. In fact, it'll be crazy if they can premiere the same day that I'm having the meet and greet party. It'll be awesome if I could play it there. But I'm hearing it's somewhere around that time, or it might be pushed into early August. But maybe I could talk to the producer and say, hey, maybe we could try to do it that day. Then I could play it at the party. That would be nuts. As they say in the Navy, nuts to butts. Like seriously, 38% of you guys voted out of 378. That's like that's like 200 people. Are 200 people really go show up? I mean, I hope you guys are being honest, right? You know you still have to pay for a hotel and flight, right? The party may be free, but you still have to pay for other things. Yeah, that's 156 people already. Close to 200 people. I can't invite Chris Larson for this one. Maybe for my own conference. My webpage, just my CryptosRus one. I run that one, but the WAG 2024 one is gonna be amazing. Okay, so keep in mind September I'll be hosting another one, right? So in case you guys can't go to Vegas in July, September, I'll be co-hosting this one with Flux, okay? We're probably going to do like 50-50, but I'll be inviting a lot of people here too, a lot of projects. This will be bigger. This could support probably 1 to 2,000. We might even get like 2,000 per day. And it's a really nice area, close to Miami. So in case you guys cannot make it to Vegas, this one will be a lot bigger. But the Vegas one is like a smaller meet and greet / party kind of thing. WAG. You guys should know that. That's what WAG means, in case you couldn't figure that out. Yeah, Red Motola, however you say it. Yeah, that's a good idea because you can't just have an open VIP because then everyone just go sign up. So it has to be like something where they put something down to get refunded once they show up, something like that. I don't want to make it too complicated. Alrighty. According to this poll, 470 people voted. It's still at 40%. I honestly don't believe that you guys will. There's this many people that's going to show up. That's a crazy amount of people. I'm just going to assume half is serious. So that's already 190 people. So I'm just going to say that's 100 because that's a lot of you guys that's showing up. Akash, layer ones are getting so much traction. Stacks is a layer one on BTC and the biggest. Thoughts on Stacks? Stacks got a big boost earlier this year because of Bitcoin and everything going on with Bitcoin and ordinals and stuff like that. But it kind of dialed out a little bit. I think overall they will continue to do well as Bitcoin, more innovations come to Bitcoin. Vegas is called the ninth island. We get all kind of incentives to travel there. Is it really called the ninth island? I never heard that term before. But it's kind of the reason why I want to have the party there because there's a prestige and glamour to it, right? People love to go to Vegas. And it's on a weekend, too. You don't even have to take time off. All right. I think that's about it. I'd rather go to Vegas than Florida. Me too. Me too. All right, guys. To conclude, Gary still angry over what's happening. Is he go target someone else next? Possibly. He says it's very easy to come in and register, but everyone else have said no, it is very hard. No one is responding positively. And Gary, I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do next. But ignore the FUD. Stay strong, my friends. Hopefully I can see you guys in Vegas. And I will see you guys tomorrow for sure. 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.